Yo guys, this is Reinhart. I have a really awesome build for you guys, but before that, introduce one of the really good DKs. His name is Gordon. Hey Gordon.
Hey, it's Gwads here, known in game, and I was a 1900 DK before I meet Reinhardt. After learning the better spec, the how to do damage properly and change up my keybinds, I was able to hit 2200 in 2s, 3s, and almost 5s. So now guys, basically, how I came across this spec is one day I'm really bored. I start looking on the Korean forums and start looking at the Korean armory. By the way, I'm not Korean. And I found a really high rate DK running Runic Corruption. It's really weird. I don't know why. Then I start getting a Google Translator. Piece by piece, I pieced out of his armory. I got his build and how it works, and I shared it with Reinhardt, and he thinks it's actually pretty good. So we start testing it a lot. We dueled each other for like 50 times. We done a lot of research around it, and we came down to a point where we think this is actually better than the build that we're running right now. The first thing that they changed with this build is instead of going Blood Tap, they went Runic Corruption. You guys might be thinking, why Runic Corruption? Why don't go Blood Tap? The reason being is Unholy DKs generally go Unholy Presence for Blood Tap to be better than Runic Corruption. But in reality, we are very squishy, so if we go Unholy Presence, we're more likely going to get one-shotted by Mongoloid mages. For us to survive in an arena game, we start using something called a Blood Presence. And in Blood Presence, Runic Corruption actually does more damage than Blood Tap. So Reinhardt would go over the mathematics behind it, but I'm going to go over the stats part. First of all, you would want to go Haste over Mastery instead of Mastery over Haste, where most people is going right now. The reason being is Gargoyle is affected by your haste, so the more haste you have, the faster Gargoyle will cast. So if you go haste over mastery, it's actually a lot more damage from your burst than going mastery over haste, for this build at least. And we have tested it, and it has been proven that way. So here we're going to do a test on like a DPS race style. So basically Reinhardt's going to use the Blood Tap, Mastery over Haste, and I'm going to use Runic Corruption, Haste over Mastery. And we're going to do about a minute or so of damaging the dummy. We're both going to be in Blood Presence too, so this is going to show the damage that we'll be doing in Blood Presence.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. 3,
countdown.
2, 1, go.
Now the reason why we guys picked the 85 level dummy is very simple. Is because, you know, we won't be buried and missed, so we're gonna try to eliminate some of that RNG out of this. So, and as you guys can see, I'm actually having a pretty significant dead zones. Even now, Gwads is winning by about 10%, but as soon as the trinkets are down and my diseases are down, because my diseases do tick a little bit more, and I refresh them with a proc trinket, the number is expected to go actually drastically different. Okay. Gwads is breaking 60k, and I'm sitting at 56k DPS for now, and he's doing consistently. And you see my DPS is actually going down, and I'm doing about 15% less DPS than him, because I'm actually stuck in those dead zones where I cannot do much.
Okay guys, so here is where we compare our gargoyles in damage. Basically Reinhardt is going to summon his gargoyle in Blood Presence and without the haste bonus. I'm going to summon mine in Unholy Presence and with the haste bonus. Basically this is going to show how haste affects the damage of your gargoyle. You're ready?
Yep, let me start countdown.
3, 2, 1, summon.
Okay, are you done, sweetie? Or are you just flying around? Oh, or just disappearing. So difference is roughly 20%. What does it say? Actually, when you are going all out nuts, you need to go Blood Presence. So I have two different macros. I have one macro to actually pop Unholy Frenzy, Blood Presence, activate Trinket. And then the other macro is summon Gargoyle. Now, why are we going Unholy Presence also? Why is it why do we have this macro, Gordon?
The reason being is the Gargoyle attack rate is affected by your haste, so the more haste you have, the shorter it takes for the Gargoyle to cast a spell, the more damage it will do. So by going Unholy Presence, you gain about 30% haste, which would increase the number of Gargoyle strikes that he's gonna put out.
Okay. And also remember you told me even if you go for just a couple seconds in Unholy Presence, how many ticks will that matter?
It's gonna give you about 2 extra ticks in the end of the duel or arena. It's just gonna affect it by a little bit at the first 2 ticks, because some Gargoyles would be finished while it's almost finished casting its last Gargoyle strike. So if you go Unholy Presence for like 2-3 seconds at the beginning of the Gargoyle and going back to blood, it will actually finish casting the last one. It's just that little bit of damage that would affect your overall burst in the end.
So you guys see the difference between my ticks, between mine and him is he has 18 ticks, I have 15 ticks. My Gargoyle did hit a little bit harder than his. Actually, it's equivalent damage. Basically, there's a 3-tick difference. But if you go Unholy Presence for like, what, 2 seconds you said?
Yep.
In the beginning?
It's gonna be a 1 or 2 tick difference.
Yeah. So it's gonna be anywhere from 33 to 66% more of a difference. So let's think about it. Our Gargoyle in PP hits up to 50k. It hits more than a coil. So if you go for Unholy Presence just for 2 times, you basically gain like 2 extra coils. Maybe even like 3 extra coils because Gargoyle does more damage than coils. Just for that little window of time.
So guys, that concludes our video, and if you enjoy it, please like, subscribe, comment, and tell me what you guys want for the next video, and please don't forget to check out Reinhardt's channel and the Gamers League website. Bye!